Welcome to What's the TVV? I'm Public Information Officer Sue Jones. Have you ever wished there were more to do in the City of Victorville? Or have you ever wondered how to get involved in community activities? Well, this is a great episode for you because we're going to review the many community services the City of Victorville provides. Joining me is Director of Community Services, Donna Meester.
Donna, thank you so much for joining us. So why don't you start by telling me a little bit about your history and how you got started into community services?
I started in several years ago, not to date myself, but I started as an analyst in recreation and helping them do budget and finances and processes and organization. And I loved it so much, serving the community. I come from an education background, and serving is what I do, and I love doing it at the city level.
What is community services?
We provide free programming all the way from our library, recreation, special events. Our library is kind of a 2-1-1. We have a lot of services and information. We also take care of all of our parks that, help you lead a healthy, happy life and taking your children and folks to play and walk.
Surprisingly, we have a lot of parks in the City of Victorville. How many is it?
We do. We have 19 parks in the City of Victorville. And in our parks, even though they're lush green grass and playgrounds and wonderful things, we also have some specialty amenities. We have a skate park. We have an outdoor fitness, which is fabulous. We also have the Doris Davies Pool.
If you are a family and you want to go take advantage of the park and maybe have an event there, are there facilities that you could rent?
Yes, actually we call them picnic shelters. We have small ones, medium ones, large ones. They come with a small fee just to give you some reservation and make sure that other people aren't there when you arrive. We also have, if you're interested in an indoor rentals, many people use them for private parties. We have 3 community centers and we do offer rentals for residents.
In these parks too, don't we have like sports leagues and different activities? Can you expand on that?
Yeah, we offer a huge range of adult and youth sports programs. So it's local for folks, usually near their homes, and we have several users of our parks, mostly nonprofit sports leagues, your little leagues, your soccers, and they rent them from us for a very affordable rate so that they can keep the rates low. We also had, last summer, we had our summer lunch program, and we had a nonprofit that came to 2 of our parks and provided a free summer lunch for anyone 0 to 17 before you were 18. One day before you were 18, you can come and get a free lunch.
For the city-run programs, how much do they cost and what do the fees go toward?
Oh yeah, fees vary depending on what it is, but most of our programs range in the $50, $60 per person per session. And fees cover just the direct costs. In fact, the city subsidizes much of our programs that we offer for the city so that it's affordable for everybody and everybody can live, work, and play in the City of Victorville.
Don't we offer some sort of scholarship to help folks?
We do, and we're working on getting that out there a little bit better. We've rebranded it. Many people are thinking scholarship college. I'm not going to college. So we're wrapping for kids now. It's Recreation Assistance Program. And it's a really short application form. And it is those that would like to participate in any recreation program that the city provides on their own. We cannot provide that scholarship for field like Little League or contract classes. But if we're providing the program, one short application and we can assist you with that, all the way from getting it free to subsidized depending on your family size and income.
If you're a parent, you have family with children, what are some of the programs that we offer that maybe target children specifically?
Oh, we have a lot of programs for children. We actually have a really awesome preschool program. We also have a mommy and me. So the preschool program's ages 3 to 5, not yet in kindergarten. And if they are 4, we work very strongly with the family in preparing the child for kindergarten for really long-term success. We also have a mommy and me program for 2-year-olds. So mom comes in, participates, and we do gross motor, some fine motor, interacting, learning to play well with others, all of the social skills that are the building blocks for moving into kindergarten as well. Several other children's programs. We have tons of children's programming at the library. We have STEAM programs. We have STEAM for teens. Oh my goodness, what else? We have craft certain days. We have a Harry Potter party. Oh my goodness, I can't even think of all of the, you name it, we have it.
That's great. And if you're an adult and you want to play like in a sports league or take a music lesson or something, can you expand on that a bit?
We have several adult opportunities. One at the library, we have a basic computer skills class. We also have tutoring available with English as a second language. We also have city-supported and ran adult softball league, adult soccer league. We have so many programs, I'm not sure I could list them all, but anybody who's interested can go to our city website and it lists everything that we have to offer.
How many people participate in our various programs?
We have a lot of participants. I would say our biggest program is probably youth basketball with hundreds in the program. And we have some smaller programs, rightfully so, that they get a little more individual attention, maybe down to a dozen participants.
We're in the process of building a new library, right?
Isn't that fabulous? It's really exciting. It's going to be a renovation of the existing building, as well as 5,000 square feet of additional children's area. We're going to have an outdoor area at the library, so you can get a book, go sit outside on the patio, sip your coffee, read a book. It's going to be great. We have a room, it's called the Maker Space, and we're going to have some really cool toys, Cricuts, laser cutters, imprinting on mugs, 3D printers. Come in, create. We'll probably have some programming where we teach you how to use it, and it will all be free.
A lot of people have talked about our current library as like a nerve center. It's like an amazing place that people can go and they can learn, but we've just simply outgrown it.
We have, we've lost room for all of the circulation that people are looking for, space to accommodate more than 8 to 12 children at a time. Also our passport services, having a nicer room that will fit a family when they come for a passport rather than just a single person or a couple.
And where is the new library going to be located?
It's going to be right next to Green Tree Golf Course.
Now, you have told us about so many things, and I'm sure there's so many things you didn't get to mention. How would you recommend that members of our community learn about the many activities that we offer?
Oh, we do have several opportunities to be informed. We do post on social media, and we also have what is called a city and recreation guide, and that comes out 3 times a year. We also post on the city's website. We have the Hook Community Center, and we post most all of our information there. And if you want, you can call me and I will sign you up for email blast through our software program, ActiveNet, which we use for registration of all of our programs. And we send out email blasts of all of our information that way.
Are there any new programs or amenities that you can highlight for us?
Oh, absolutely. We have some really great stuff upcoming. One program we have is an outdoor adventure program, and we're going to kick that off in the new year. And that will be education in the outdoors. We also have some new amenities coming to our parks. We're working on splash pads, dog walks, all sorts of fun, great stuff. We've also been working towards making our playgrounds accessible for all, and we've just recently completed a accessibility playground at Evadale, and we're working towards making that a citywide effort. We also have a new kiosk at Sunset Ridge Park, and it's a library kiosk, and you can use your library card, check out a book right there, return a book. Even if you've checked it out at the main library, you can return it at the kiosk.
How
It's
convenient.
okay. Yeah. And your children can play on the playground that's right there. You sit and read, and everybody gets to enjoy our great parks that we have here in the city of Victorville.
We hear from some of our community members that there's nothing to do here in Victorville. How do you counter that as the Director of Community Services?
Oh my goodness. It would take a long time for that long list, but we have all sorts of things. We have free events. We have them typically close to quarterly. Fall Festival, Hollowboo, I could go on and on. We have everything you would need in being a resident for the city of Victorville. So I encourage folks to follow us on social media so they can really stay up to date with everything that we have to offer.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for you to come on to our program and share all this great information so that, people really can get introduced to it, maybe come out and try some of our programming and really get acquainted with what all that the City of Victorville offers. I want to tell you how much I applaud you and your staff, Donna, for just putting together some quality programming, wonderful special events and activities, maintaining our parks to the level that they are. Y'all do a fabulous job.
They are a fabulous team.
Here in Victorville, shopping local is more than just a transaction. It's a commitment to our community's vitality and growth. That's why we're excited to launch the Keep It Local, Shop Victorville campaign, and we want you to join in on the fun.
For the next 8 weeks, we'll be running a social media campaign where we're going to ask the community where are the best local spots in Victorville.
Each week, we'll post a new prompt asking questions like, who has the best burger? Where's the top pizza joint? And who really serves up the best sushi?
It's your chance to show some of your favorite spots some appreciation and crown the true gems here in Victorville.
Comment your favorites to enter them into this bracket-style competition to see who wins the title of Victorville's Best.
Together, let's celebrate the heart of our community, the businesses that contribute so much to our local economy.
It's time for our City of Victorville News Roundup. We invite you to join us for our 28th annual Veterans Day celebration on November 11th. Our celebration will take place in Old Town Victorville and can be viewed from 7th Street and Forest Avenue. We'll kick off the event with our Veterans Day Parade at 9 a.m. The parade will begin at the corner of 7th Street and Tracy Street and proceed to the corner of 7th Street and Forest Avenue, where the ceremony will take place immediately following the conclusion of the parade. We hope you will join us as we honor our military veterans. The City of Victorville was awarded $6.3 million in encampment resolution funding from the state of California to resolve encampments and provide housing and supportive services to help unsheltered individuals gain stability. More specifically, the city will use the grant monies for enhanced street outreach, wellness center operations, interim housing solutions, and rapid rehousing. Since the Wellness Center opened in December 2023, more than 80 clients have transitioned to permanent housing. We're on the hunt for talented artists and craft makers to join our tree lighting event at City Hall on Saturday, December 7th from 4 to 7 p.m. This is a fantastic opportunity to showcase your unique creations and connect with the community in a festive setting. Apply online at victorvilleca.gov/special events. Do you need to spruce up your yard or neighborhood? The City of Victorville will be hosting a free dump day on Saturday, November 16th. This event is free for all Victorville residents and will take place from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the former Victor Valley Junior High School, located at 16925 Forest Avenue in Victorville. Attendees must bring a valid photo ID and a current utility bill showing a City of Victorville service address. No business wastes or commercial haulers will be accepted.
Welcome to Council Corner, our roundup of noteworthy council items from the past month. On October 1st, the City Council unanimously approved a new four-way stop to be added at the intersection of Dos Palmas Road and Mesa Linda Avenue to enhance public safety for our community. At its October 9th meeting, the Planning Commission approved plans for a 2,900 square foot Raising Cane's restaurant with drive-through to be located on Roy Rogers Drive near Civic Drive. A tract map allowing for the creation of 131 single-family residential lots on 43 acres at the intersection of Hook Boulevard and Cobalt Road was also approved unanimously by the Planning Commissioners. The next City Council meeting will be November 5th at 6 p.m.
In addition to the year-round programming that Community Services provides, they also host a wide variety of special events for our community to enjoy. And here to discuss that with us is Lauren Burgnon. So Lauren, before we get into the deep questions here, I thought I'd ask you, what is your favorite event that you host during the year?
My favorite event is concerts in the park. Hands down, I love music, and I love the fact that we have different genres and watching the people dance out in the community. Also, I love the Victorville Sings kids singing at the beginning and at the intermission and just seeing them have a great time.
And I know that you were instrumental in bringing both those events, but particularly Victorville Sings to life for the City of Victorville. Yeah. So what is your role with the city?
I'm a recreation supervisor over at Hook Park Community Center, and in my role over the last 5 years with the city, I have overseen contract classes, rentals, field allocations, kids club, youth programs, teen programs, and special events.
Wow, so you have a really big job with the city. We're so lucky that you've brought so much experience with you. I can see a really big difference in our events, and they've really stepped up. So thank you so much for all you do.
Sue.
Let's talk a little bit about events. So why does the City of Victorville provide events for the community?
The City of Victorville provides special events for the community to give them something fun and a safe environment to come into. So we provide things like concerts in the park and 4th of July, things that you would find down the hill, but they don't actually have to travel down there. They can find it in their own backyard.
I'm sure that really adds to quality of life. You know, I've attended the events and it's great to see families like young kids and the whole family's out there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's great.
Do we charge people to attend the events?
No, actually, we have budgets every year that we provide to our management, and council approves them so that we can keep the costs low or even just free for our community.
And it helps that we get some sponsorships, right?
Yeah, this past year, we had a lot of generous sponsorships. We had Burtech, IHP, Walmart. Just an example of how we use our sponsorship money. We were able to add the Twist on Taylor tribute to Fall Festival this year at the last minute because of the Burtech sponsorship.
How many events do we offer each year?
Currently, we have 11 events. That range from, our first one will be Spring Festival to kind of kick it off for the Easter celebration, and then we go all the way over to Christmas.
That's averaging like one a month. Mm-hmm. What are some of the most popular events that we host through the year?
I think our most popular events are the Spring Festival and Fall Festival, as well as concerts in the park. We just had our Hullaboo event, which we have so many people that come to that. The community loves that event. And we have Veterans Day coming up.
And the Veterans Day, can you tell us a little bit about what happens there?
So the Veterans Day will be on Monday, November 11th. 9 a.m. we have a parade that kicks off at Mojave and goes down to the Veterans Memorial on 7th Street. And currently, I think we have over 30 entries for the parade. Once they get down there, we have a wonderful ceremony set up to honor our local veterans.
That's such a beautiful event. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's wonderful to be so patriotic and see all the community members come out. And
yeah, that's a really nice event.
So while we're talking about events, how many people come out to the events that we host throughout the year?
It really depends on the event. I would say our Spring Festival has probably 3,000. We had our Fall Festival back in October, and that probably brought in about 20,000, and concerts would average about 800 to 1,000 a week.
Can you tell me a little bit about how your team plans the events?
In the beginning of the year in January, we'll sit down and we'll have a meeting, and we discuss dates and times and locations for all of the events. So in these meetings, we'll meet before the event, obviously, and we need to come up with marketing plans and logistics, and how can we get the word out to the community so that they know to come to the event. We also have to sit down in March and do our budgets for those events.
Well, I have to say you guys do a great job because, I every once in a while I have to plan an event, and there's a lot of logistics that go into making a really good event for the community.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
If somebody wanted to learn about our community events, what would you suggest that they do?
Well, I would suggest that they do follow us on social media because we put everything on Facebook, Instagram, X. Even these podcasts help to put words out into the community that we're doing these events. They can always call Hook Community Center and get any kind of information, as well as look at our recreation and city guide that will have all the information for dates and locations and times.
It seems like we have a lot of youth from the community that maybe volunteer for the events and come out and help. Can you talk a little bit about maybe how young kids could get involved?
So a lot of the youth that you see at the events volunteering are through our teen activity group, which meets at Hook Park on Thursday evenings. And through that group, they get educational programming. We have outside speakers come and talk to them about different career paths, as well as they're getting community service. So that's when you see them out at the events, they're getting their community service hours for that they need for school and graduation.
And we also have like part-time employees, right?
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about their role? And
So our part-time employees are called recreation leaders, and we generally hire once a year for them, and usually goes in the beginning of the year, January. They are instrumental in making sure these events go off. When you guys are out there, you see them and running the kids zone and running our booths. They also are our camp counselors during the summer kids club program, and occasionally work the front desk at Hook Park.
you know, one thing about the events that I've noticed in the time I've been here is there's been like an evolution that the city's put a lot more emphasis on connecting with our community. In fact, it's one of the council's strategic goals that was adopted in our plan. Can you talk a little bit about how the face or the look of the events has changed a little bit in the last few years?
Most of the city events would fall under the strategic plan F, which is community and outreach. And so we really try to put an emphasis on really connecting with our residents. Most of our events, you'll see all the city departments out there with Victorville swag, trying to promote city pride. Just in the last 5 years, we've created numerous new events. We had Concerts in the Park, which is going to be going into its 5th season. We created the Victorville Sings program, which is an American Idol type singing competition for youth 8 to 17 who audition and then move on to the concerts. And the top 15 will basically sing out for that crown of the Victorville Sings champion. And they win $500, which is sponsored by our Bears nonprofit. We also created the Hullabaloo drive-through event, which is one of our most popular events where all city departments are involved. They go all out with decorations and lighting and costumes. It's a very exciting, I think everyone's favorite event in the city.
And the funny thing that we've done internally with the Hullabaloo is we've made it a competition between the departments, and that's really upped the game up a lot.
Yes. I mean, they brought out an airplane, for goodness sakes. That was half of an airplane, I guess. So,
Are there any new events that maybe you guys are foreseeing for next year or on the...
Right now, I don't think we have any new events on the horizon, but we do try to always add an aspect to our current events. So last year for our tree lighting event, we added an ice rink, which was an added benefit. This year, we are going to be adding snow and sledding. So that will be really fun. A lot of people don't get to see snow here except once every 8 years or so. So
Wow, sledding, that sounds great.
yeah, it'll be really fun.
Excellent. Who do we gear these events for?
These events are geared towards pretty much anyone in our community, whether you're 2 years old or 100 years old. We have something for you, which is either a kid zone or a beer garden or bands. So it's geared towards everyone. And a lot of times they're in different locations, so you don't have to travel all the way across town to come attend an event.
So do we ever collaborate with other agencies on our events?
We do, actually. Every first Tuesday in August, we have the National Night Out event, which is in collaboration with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. And that's been held at Hook Park, Sunset Ridge Park, even Civic Center Drive. It's really to highlight our first responders in the community and also other organizations that may have community resources that residents can use.
That's really great. And I know at, like, for example, like Fall Festival, there's a lot of organizations that come out and have information booths as
Yes,
well.
yes.
And their whole purpose is to share information about their different groups and charities. And
Yes.
yeah, that's really wonderful. I think it's really good for the city to partner like that. Yeah, when we're getting people in, they can learn about what other activities are out there.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining us, Lauren. I have really enjoyed learning a lot more about the events that we host, and I certainly hope the community will learn something that inspires them to come out and join us for these great events y'all put on.
Thanks for listening. What's the TVV is produced by the City of Victorville. If you have a topic you would like to see on future episodes, leave a comment or review on your preferred platform.